A big wingman welcome to the wingman's path to positivity, to raising your vibration, and to creating a life of your choosing. I welcome you and I thank you for inviting me and all us wingmates in to share a spark of positive energy, because I can tell you I love when we share a spark together, because I'm a big believer in the multiplier effect, that the more of us that share a spark of positive energy, I don't have to tell you, you know what happens. It makes it that much easier for each of us to grasp that positive energy, to feel that positive energy coming into our lives, right? And when we do, it helps us raise our vibration. It's a direct link to raising your vibration and creating a life of your choosing. So I welcome you and I thank you for inviting me and us all in. So today's practice. First off, you see a little different today. I found this big hat in my brother-in-law's hat. You know, it is a cold day. I feel like I'm the Grand Poobah. I got this Grand Poobah hat, but I'll tell you something. It's been great today because it is really cold where I am. They say it's like 20 degrees, but feels like 10 degrees. So it's pretty cold out here. So last night I was reading about how most people's New Year's resolutions have already gone by the wayside. They've already given up on them, whether they know it or not. And it was an interesting article in the fact that most of us plan resolutions but don't follow through with them. I don't have to tell you that. You know, most of us have these ideas and these goals that we set up because we're supposed to as New Year's resolutions, but we don't really follow through. And it got me thinking of how maybe I could help all of us on the wingman's path, including me, right? So I went back and I actually did something this year which I haven't done because of one of our practices, I think about a week before New Year's, in which I actually wrote up my goals and wrote up plans to achieve those goals, and I was very proud of them, and I haven't looked at them since, right? So I printed them out last night and started reading them over. And it was interesting what happened because I started getting the vibration of it. You know, on the wingman's path, we do things a whole lot differently, especially when it comes to goal achievement. You know, most people tell you, you've got to get your nose to the grindstone, and you've got to come up with a plan of exactly how you're going to do that. And I do not disagree at all. I have no disagreement with that. What I say, however, and what we do on the wingman's path is we do it vibrationally, baby. That's right, we do it vibrationally. So what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you exactly what it means. It meant for me last night, as I read over my goals, I slipped into what I call one amazing year. Now, let me tell you about this practice and give you the backstory, because, you know, most of the practices we talk about, I can tell you my practices of practicing positivity have helped me raise my vibration, bring a whole lot more positive energy into my life, and really move in the direction of creating a life of my choosing. Today's practice, however, I can draw a direct line between when it started and where we went with it, how it helped me to build a life of my choosing. And Jan and I should say, to create a life of our choosing, right? Because it was, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago actually. And we were selling our house, and it sold very quickly, much quicker than we expected it, given the market, right, in our town. And it sold very quickly, and we were caught a little off guard. We had some plans as to what we were going to do, of course. But at that moment, I remember clearly, it was a Friday afternoon. We got the offer. We're like, wow, this is great. What do you want to do now, right? And we were trying to come up with different ideas, and we decided to do one of my practices, which is I call one amazing year. Now, the way you do one amazing year is you close your eyes and you say to yourself, what an amazing year I've had. And for the next minute or so, with your eyes closed, you go through the year and you go through what made it such an amazing year for you. Perhaps I misspoke. When you say one amazing year, when you close your eyes, you pretend it's exactly 1 year from today. So instead of it being whatever today is, January 10th or 11th, 2019, it's that same date but 2020, exactly 1 year from today. And you close your eyes and you say, what an amazing year I've had. And you start thinking about everything you do this year that is amazing, that makes it an amazing year for you, that makes 2019 a fabulous year for you. Now Now, as you start getting your vibration up, that's when you start writing down your plans to achieve those goals that you came up with when your eyes were closed and you were thinking it was an amazing year. One amazing year, all you have to do, close your eyes and just say, what an amazing year I've had. Now, I want you to do this after I'm done talking, of course, but I want you to know how valuable this practice has been to me, because what happened, as soon as we did it for 1 minute, and Jan said, let's do it again. And so we closed our eyes and we did it again. And we said, what an amazing year I've had. And as soon as we were done, you know, my vision, and I've said this before, my vision was getting a smaller apartment that's less expensive and refiguring what we wanted to do, reassessing our situation, right? And deciding how we were going to go about that. Jan, as soon as we were done, said, I want to travel. So we compromised and we got an inexpensive apartment in Thailand, right? And that's how we began our travel. So I can give you a direct link between this practice and how it's helped me and Jan to create a life of our choosing. And I only hope the same for you. It's vibrational, because what happens when you start thinking about those goals and you start seeing yourself and visualizing yourself achieving those goals and see yourself, more importantly, believing that you achieve those goals, and you get that feeling going that you have now achieved the goals and are living that amazing life that you wanted to. When you get that vibration going, well, then you're going to have inspired action. The plan you are going to write up to achieve those goals is going to be more inspired. Your action will be more inspired. Do you follow what I'm saying with that? Start vibrationally, and then get into the meat of the subject, right? Then get into what the actual steps that you're going to achieve. But number one step, and I did it last night, and I'm going to do it every night now, is to read your goals over every night. And as you do, I want you to think about you achieving those goals. I want you to see you achieving those goals. I want you to think about it. I want you to feel it. I want you to believe that you actually will be achieving those goals. I want you to get that vibration going, because when you do, it will be one amazing year. It will be. I promise you that. So to a wonderful 2019, I thank you so much for joining me today and sharing this positive energy with me, this little spark, because I know how much it can help in getting us moving in the direction of our dreams. Have a wonderful day, one in which you feel that vibration of achieving your goals. Have a great day. Your Wingman Michael from the Wingman's Path to Positivity, signing off.